Hello everybody, fellow makers, hobbyists, enthusiasts of all kinds. It's Clint with Custom 3D Specialties, and today we have another edition of What's in the Box. You can't handle what's in the box. No. Are you guys ready? So, I came home and this mysterious package was sitting on my porch. Now, I'm not sure what it is. It's a little small to be a printer, and I see some battery labels on here, so I'm not too sure what this could be. I kind of have an idea, but let's get her open and find out. Box is rattling around a little bit. Not sure, but let's take a look. Alright. Hope everybody's been doing well. Oh, I know what this is. Okay, so this is from a company called Bluetti. 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 And this is a portable power station. Let's turn this around to the American side. So this is their PS70. This one is for 110 volt. You can get it in a couple different variations: a 100 volt, a 220 volt, a 230 volt, 240 volt. And you can see that this is a 500 watt and a 720 watt hour battery in here. This would have came in handy during Hurricane Ian, however you want to pronounce its name. Warning, keep power station out of direct sunlight. And what else do we have in here? Yeah, this would have came in handy during then. I was out of power for 2 days during that. Luckily, that's all that happened. A lot of other people had a lot worse going on. So, hope everyone's doing all right that has been involved in that. I am in Florida. I mean, that made it all the way up to, I believe, the Carolinas. So then we have our, what else? Yeah, so I got the warning card. I have the inspection guaranteed stamp, got a past quality assurance. So let's finish getting this out of the box before we open it up. Maybe that was the power cable I heard rattle. It's got a nice little handle on it. It is a pretty blue. Box, but that don't sound like what that was. Take these off. Slide this on out. Ooh, look at all them options in there. Bring that a little closer there. Look at that. Ooh, that's what I heard. Okay, so something's rattling around in here. Hopefully everything works all right. The box wasn't too damaged. There was no punctures or nothing like that. So we'll see what we get here. So let's go over this a little bit. Like I said, this is a portable power station. As you see, it's got a couple 110 outlets or 120 outlets. It's got your 12 volt cigarette lighter, a couple USBs. I'll go over all that here, going through these instructions with you. So let's see if that'll focus in on that real quick. Nope. There we go a little bit. Let's do a quick little scan through. Is that the English? Yeah, it's the English. Okay, so you got some solar charging in there. You can charge by car. And you can charge by AC outlet. Alright, and then the back side, you just get a couple safety instructions. And a couple symbol identifications. Alright, so let's see. So, this is the quick guide, user manual. We have the main. Let's see if I can screw up here. Alright, there we go. So we got the main power button right here. Let's turn that on, see what happens. And we got no battery. That's odd. Normally they come with some sort of a charge. Okay. So we got the main power. We got the LCD screen, as you can see. You got your DC import or DC input. So this would be where you charge it from. You have your USB power button. So if you want to use your USBs, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. You push and hold your USB button and that should turn on. And then you have your 2 regular USBs, which are the USB-A 5 volt by 3 amp. 2 of those. Then you have your USB-A QC 3.0s, and then you have 1 USB-C PD output. I'm not sure what max output that is as of yet. So I went through the. Then we have your AC power button. I like how they kind of have these all blocked off to describe what power button is going to turn what on. So here's your AC power button. Then you have 4 AC outlet plugs. These are US. You can also get them in EU and UK. What else do we have here? We have a DC 13 volt 10 amp output, also known as a cigarette lighter. Used to be in a lot of old time cars, or older cars I should say. Nowadays they don't like to include these because it's smoking health, stuff like that. And then the last 2 ones that we have here are going to be 2 12 volt by 10 amp 5521 plugs, and you got 2 of those. And then looks like we have a LED light on the back, which nothing happens here too. The screen shut off, but this should have a high, a low, and an SOS function. So I mean, like I said, you're stuck in the hurricane, you needed help, you just click that button and flash that SOS symbol, day or night, you know, somebody would see that. Here again, your power goes out. You got solar charging. So if you got a solar panel, this comes with the, okay, so this would be your cigarette adapter, and here. So it comes with your, to plug right into the back of a solar panel. I believe these are MC4s. Yes, these are MC4 connectors. Plug right into the back of a solar panel. And this plugs right into the front. We'll spin this back around. Kick this back up. So you plug this right into here, plug these into your solar panel, and you would be charging. wouldn't even have to have power to recharge this. Then you can run your TV, your fan, a mini fridge. We'll get into what all you can run off this, or some ideas of stuff you can run off this in a minute. I need to kind of untangle these wires here now that I made a mess of them. So I'll take this moment while doing this to just give you all a little reminder. Just hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button down there. You know, help me out a little bit. Let me know you like my videos. Okay, so we got solar charging with the cables. Now, say your power's out, or you're out camping, and you know you want to charge this, but you don't have any solar panels. Well, if you're out driving around, you got a car, you can plug this right into your good old handy cigarette lighter. If you got a car that's got it, hopefully you do. And you plug this right into the same spot as the solar panel, and you're charging away. And the last option for charging this, you need power, and you plug in your AC power adapter. This is a pretty big power adapter block here. So we'll plug this in. We got a green light. Hopefully we should get a red light when this plugs in. Okay, the blue light turned on. But I don't see no charging action going on. And that's still flashing regular. What? Okay, so we got a little something going on here. It says it's charging. It's receiving 219 watts right now. Just off of this. I don't know if you can see that there. But the battery thing's going up. And on the top one here, it's telling you how much is coming in. So whether you're doing solar panel, 12 volt, or a wall AC adapter, it'll tell you exactly how many watts are coming into this unit. If you are using any of these ports, it'll tell you whether your DC current, which will be these, or your AC current, which will be those, on how much your actual draw is. This would also be DC also, I believe, possibly your USBs. But yeah, so I mean, you should be able to turn this stuff on right now and be able to plug something in and use this almost kind of like a UPS as a battery backup, where you can, this has pass-through charging or usage where you can use and charge at the same time. Now, I might not be able to turn anything on because the battery was dead, or like I said, there's something rattling around in here. So maybe I'll have to open this up, and maybe I'll do that after I finish going through this right on the live stream here and see what we can figure out. I'll let this kind of charge for a little bit and see what we can get. Back up a little bit, pull this back. There we go. Alright, so we went over charging options. So yep, we got the charging power. Let's go over your input screen a little bit here. You got charging power, what your input coming in, watts coming in is. Then you got your DC on and off, and what your output wattage is. And you got your AC on off, what your output power watt usage is. And then you got your F, which will be your battery capacity status. Sorry about that, a little tongue twisted. What all comes in the box? You get your power station, you get your AC, DC adapter, You got your solar cable, charging cables, your car charging cable, the user manual, and your warranty card. Frequently asked questions. Let's go through some of those. The adapter power brick got hot while charging. Is that alright? It is the answer. It's totally normal for the adapter gets warm because of the heat produced in circuit during charging. Next question. Number 2. Why the unit shut down automatically with my appliance connecting? The answer is the eco mode. Press then hold for 4 seconds to launch is set to shut down the unit when the gross output of the unit is lower than 50 watts in 4 hours for power savings. Well, that's good. I mean, you would want something that's going to also not provide power for you, but save power and not waste it. What's the word I'm looking for here? On something that you're not using, and this device will recognize that, hey, you haven't used me and I haven't put out more than 50 watts in 4 hours. I'm going to go down into shutdown mode or standby mode and save some of the battery power for when you really need it. That's a nice option. Question number 3. What causes the cooling fans not to launch? The answer is, with the excellent heat dissipation design, the cooling fan will only launch when the total loads exceeds 30% of the rated output. Okay. Can I charge and discharge the power station simultaneously? This is question number 4. Yes, like I said before, you can use this as a UPS. You can charge or you should be able to charge and use at the same time. Like I said, I'm not sure what's going on with mine here on why it was dead, or not getting any response out of my buttons. And the last question, how to claim the warranty? Please refer to the warranty card or the official website for further warranty policies. You got some abbreviation explanation. You got AC and DC. That's direct current and alternating current. So direct current is like coming straight from your car battery. Alternating current would be like something out of your household plug in the wall. You have PV, which is photovoltaic, being solar power. You have BMS, which means battery management system. And you have CS, which means charging state. Let's see, some general specs. I kind of covered a little bit of it before, but your rated output power is 720 watt hours, 14 volt direct current at 50 amp hours, equivalent to 3.6 volt DC, 200 amp hours. The total capacity is 720 watt hours. The battery type is a lithium ion battery. The total weight of this unit is about 8 kilograms or 17.6 pounds. That's not too bad. I mean, you can carry it around pretty easy. The handle's nice and soft. It's got a little rubber grip on the bottom. I really like that. Color blue's not bad. I was hoping I'd get a black one, but I'm actually kind of glad I got a blue one now. I kind of like that blue. Dimensions. So we have 350 millimeters by 172 millimeters by 233 millimeters. Well, that's not too big. Your charging temperature, anywhere from 0 to 40 degrees Celsius, 32 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Your discharging temperature is going to be anywhere from negative 10 to 40 degrees Celsius and 14 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Working humidity is anywhere between 10 to 90%. So you ain't got to worry about humid areas not being able to use this. Working noise, I mean, you hear the fan, but it's pretty quiet to me. That's its working noise decibel is 50 decibels. That's not too bad. So some of your output specs, you got your AC. So you have 100 to 120 volt AC times 4. So that'll be the 4 of them. Or if you use one, you can get 220 to 240 volt AC. So that's nice that you have that option. Now I did see on here also, stated right down on the bottom down here, pure sine wave 100 volt to 120 volt AC 500 watt. The pure sine wave, that is very nice and important. I'm still kind of new to these portable power stations and battery packs and solar and how all this works and what some of these terminologies mean. Excuse me, my nose kind of tickled. But so from what I've come up with so far, pure sine wave, it basically stabilizes the power coming out to whatever device you have hooked up, so you don't get power spikes or surges or power drops. It gives you a constant flow of power of what you need. So that's what I've been learning, is pure sine wave is a good thing to have on units and to also look out for when you're purchasing units. What else do we have here? We have the USB-A's times 2, and which I went over those. That's the 5 volt DC, 3 amp, can do 15 watts total. Then you have the 2 USB-A QC 3.0s. That's 5 volts to 5 to 12 volts DC, 3 amps, and up to 18 watts max. The USB-C, okay, here we go. The USB-C, it's 5 to 20 volt DC, 3 amps, and up to 45 watts max. So that you can put for your PD fast charging on your USB-C, or laptops that require Type-C, as long as it's within the 45 watt max range, you'll be able to power that right off of your PD USB-C plug there. You got your cigarette lighter times 1, that's 13 volts, 10 amps, covered that. We got the 2 12 volt, 10 amp, 5521s. The input specs, we went over the car charging, solar charging, and AC power adapter charging. Some estimated operating times. Here we go. This is good. Smartphone. So you can charge a smartphone for 55 to 60 hours, as long as your phone is a 10 watt phone. That's a lot of charge time. I mean, you know, that'll get you through a nice camping weekend, tailgating, get a couple people charging off of this. LED light bulbs, around 25 to 30 hours at 20 watts, you know. So that'll get you through a night to be able to charge the next day for solar, get you through the evening when you're camping, maybe even a picnic with the lady out in the woods. You know, you get a little power a little radio, get some lights, save on the candles for maybe starting a forest fire, you know, think a little smart. Television. You can do around 7.5 to 8 hours with a 75 watt television. Electric tools. Those be your power drills, your saws, any electric tools under 80 watts. You can run them for 7 to 7.5 hours. That's almost a full work day of this thing pushing out power to your tools when you're on the job site. A refrigerator, as long as your refrigerator is 90 watts or under, it'll run it for 6.5 hours. And slow cooker, well, you know. And when you're camping, maybe you just want to, throw some of that, have a nice dinner, and instead of having a barbecue, get some slow cooked meal going on. Throw it right there in the roaster, and as long as it's under a 200-watt slow cooker, you can cook something for 2.5 to 3 hours. You know, I mean, that's just a couple things that they got listed here. Okay, and note DOD is the battery discharge depth, is in local inverter efficiencies, so that's 90%. Okay, that just gives a little more rundown. And let's go over the safety instructions. Do not alter or disassemble this product. Well, I want to find out what's wrong with it. I won't disassemble it too much. I'll just take these side panels off and see what we're looking at here. I'll do it on camera so Bluetti can see exactly what I do. They will see what my issue was here. Do not move during charging or using it because the vibration and impact during moving will lead to poor contact and output interface. Okay. So I did move it around a little bit while charging, but that's just tilted a little here and there. It's not like I dropped it, or so I don't think that would really affect what's going on here. In case of fire, use dry powder fire extinguishers for this product. Do not use water fire extinguishers, which may cause electric shock. This battery does produce power. 500 watts. That's give you a nice little jolt. So definitely make sure to use some sort of powder, and don't use a liquid type fire extinguisher on this. Close supervision is required when using this product near children. Please confirm the rated specifications of your load and do not use it beyond the specification. So we all see the little tags on the back of TVs, and let me see, what else can I think of here? Do I have anything right offhand that I can grab? Let me think. Let's see what's in the back of the laptop here. Can't really read that. That's red. But well, even on. Okay, so. So even on your plugs, okay, we all get this little thing, or on the back of your TV. It shows a little house. It's got a UL little symbol. It's got a usually a garbage can with a cross through it, a little FC symbol. You know, just this kind of little label. This is going to tell you what your device is going to draw. So like this connector. This is going to input, so that's what is allowed to come into this. So come into this through here is anywhere from 100 to 240 volts AC, 50 to 60 hertz, and up to 0.5 amps. And then this will put out 5 volts at 2.5 amps. So if this was working right now, I would be able to plug this in to one of these, hit this button, and what this is plugged into, it would start to draw how much it's actually using. But according to this, like I said, I have up to 500 watts or 720 amp hours. So this is not going to draw nowhere near over what that is going to be. But like you start plugging in TV, fan, and a microwave, you know, like it said there, your TV can only be up to 80 watts. But if you start plugging in, you know, 4 TVs, you're at 80. Another 80 is 160. 2 more TVs on top of that, you're at 320 watts. You know, so that's how you add up what wattage you're pulling out of here. And before you even plug it in, now I'm sure there's a over current protection and all that on here also, but no need to stress your unit out if you don't have to. So yeah, I guess that about covers everything here. I wish this was, so if I unplug this, what happens? So the watts are dropping, 108.50. Okay, so that says that I'm 100% charged right now. But I'm still not getting any action. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Alright, so let's turn this off. Push and hold. Alright, let's grab one of my Allen wrenches here. Let's take this cover off. Pop off. Oh, okay, yep, I guess so. Yep, okay. Alright. So we got a little arrow here to tell us to the front. Okay, so I'll leave that facing that way. So see the battery pack in here. Oh, okay. So I don't know if you can see. Oh, getting old, getting old. Okay, so it looks like the board in here is moving around. I can see it moving as I do this here. Let's see if I can maneuver this down a little bit. No, you can't see in them holes. Alright. So it looks like we have 3 Phillips here. Let's see if we take this other side off if you have more access. Yeah, I think that main power board is either not screwed down or it may have got damaged during shipping, even though the box is okay. You know, sometimes our fellow logistics people are not the most cautious with their packages. So, you know, 17 pounds, you know, just getting thrown around. Something might happen internally. Okay, come on. Can you pop off like the other side, or what's going on here? Oh yeah, there you go, okay. the other reason I will say this, that I kind of feel comfortable doing this is because I grew up in a family working with electronics. My dad, his brother, their father, his father, all had TV, VCR repair shops, so I am electronically inclined. I also do electrical work a little bit. I'm not saying I'm a licensed master electrician, or I'll just say I'm not a licensed electrician. But you know, I do know how to change outlets and do your simple, basic electrical household type stuff. Let's see, I need a Phillips screwdriver here. Maybe one momento. Oh. Where did it go? I thought I had it in here already, but I do not see it. Oh, there it is. Haha. I did. So, let's go ahead and just open this up here, being very careful. We do not know what all is connected to what on the inside of here. We don't know how loose that board actually is. If it could be touching something and cause a short and shock you, or possibly even, I don't want to say it, but it is a reality. That battery pack could explode and start on fire. You know, so there's many reasons that they do not want you just to go in here and start opening stuff up. I totally understand that. Same thing with like your laptops and, you know, stuff like that. You're not just gonna start taking apart your refrigerator. I mean, you know, they got a guy for that. I have fixed laptops and iPads and, you know, all that stuff on the side before, so I feel pretty safe with what I'm doing. Again, I'm not suggesting that you go and do this. If you get a unit or any other type of equipment that something may not be working correctly, definitely reach out and contact the maker or the person that you got it from, whether it was first party, second party, third party. Just reach out to them and okay, you know, see what they got to say. Obviously, I'm going to be sending this video to Bluetti. Okay. So that just lifts off. And for my safety here, so you can see there's a lot of electrical components in there. There's a lot of batteries in there. There's a lot of things that could shock you. You know, if the wrong thing touches the wrong place, you could definitely damage your equipment, or damage yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect this battery. Oh wow, yeah, that whole board is broke loose. Okay, so I know it's safe right there. unplug this while not touching anything else. It's kind of hard with this board moving though. So they do have silicone on all the connections, which is good. That helps hold them in place in case something like this does happen, or during transit and during moving. Okay, so there. Our main power source is completely disconnected now. I'm going to try and push the power button just to drain the system of whatever power is left in there, because all these little resistors and microfarads and magnetos, all that stuff still holds power. So by pushing the power button after you've taken the power source away, will drain any of that residual power that's left in this system. So now, let's see what we're looking at here. Again, I'm just not going to go grabbing boards and these nice little round donut things. You don't want to be doing stuff like that. So, now, like I said, I seen this whole board moving, so I'm just going to grab some of the wires here. Okay, that all seems solid. Just going to push all them down. Make sure everything's seated. Okay, now this is the fan, so I'm pretty safe touching the fan. I don't want to grab the blade, but the shroud up above. Okay, oh wow, yeah, see, that's all busted apart. Okay, yeah, I bet you something. Let's see here. Yeah, the tabs are all broken off where the screws screw into the bottom. So I wonder if this may have shorted something out in here, because that should not be, you don't want your motherboard flopping around like that, or your power board. I mean, that's a lot of movement. Check some of these other connections here. Plug that back in and just double check, make sure. Yeah, everything's all connected. Okay, so everything on the top side that I see, everything's all seated pretty good. Check the front board. Okay, those are all look good. Yeah, everything looks good there. That's all soldered in down on the bottom. So, yeah, I think something shorted out or something during shipping when the logistics guys were transporting it, unfortunately. That really sucks. Hopefully, Bluetti, hopefully you can do something for me here. You know, I mean, I don't think this is supposed to be moving like that. I'll bring this down, and then so I mean, I don't think that should be doing that. You know, like I said, you still got the screws in there, and that's just lifting right off. But everything's, like I said, everything's connected here. So, well, sorry guys, I couldn't finish showing you this. hopefully I'll be able to continue it, or at least show you the working unit, if Bluetti does honor a warranty or some sort of replacement. I'm fingers crossed, I hope they do. This does look like a very nice unit. I have a couple smaller ones, not Bluettis, but a couple other I would say competitor brands, but they're a lot smaller units. They're only like 300 watt capable units. So this is like one of the more bigger units that I have or would have been able to test and try. But thank you, everybody. Take care. Again, sorry, mishaps happen, and well, that's what I'm here for, is to show you some bumps along the way and hopefully make your experience a little more easier. Take care, everybody. Have a nice day, night, and see you soon.